This bruised, bloodied, and cut man is Anderson Lee Aldrich. You may remember him because he shot up an LGBTQ plus club in Colorado, killed a bunch of people, wounded an incredible number of people. He is now facing more charges than he originally faced, and the case is starting to move along now. So we're going to look at a little update on where this case stands. Right now, the preliminary hearing, this was from February 24th. The preliminary hearing for Anderson Lee Aldrich began Wednesday, February 22nd, currently facing 323 charges for the alleged involvement in the Club Q shooting. Aldrich allegedly was the shooter on the night of November 19th, 2022 at Club Q. He's accused of using an AR-15 style rifle to open fire inside the club, killing 5 people, injuring 17 others. He was originally charged with 305 counts, including assault, bias-motivated crimes, and attempted murder. Later, the charges were added. 12 additional charges, bring up to now 327. 6 additional charges have been added, bringing the total charges Aldrich faces to 323. The preliminary hearing is slated for 3 days, beginning in the morning. It's expected to run until Friday. It did. Over the next few days, evidence will be, and what they've done here is they've updated this. So this tells you what happened. It's say, we'll do this, doing that, and then they just kind of go, so follow through that. This is El Paso County, Colorado. For those who want to watch the hearing on live stream is available. Not now because it's way in the past. The prosecution began the preliminary hearing promptly at 8:30 a.m. on Wednesday. Prosecuting attorneys for the people of Colorado versus Anderson Lee Aldrich were led by 4th Judicial District Attorney Michael Allen. Prosecution called Colorado Springs Police Officer Connor Wallach forward to the stand as the first testimony of the preliminary hearings got underway. Wallach was the first officer at the scene of the shooting on November 9th, 2022. Wallach testified that he and 2 other officers first arrived at the scene within 2 minutes of the shooting. They get there, and it goes through the litany of things that he noted 3 AR-style magazines. This is the stuff that they saw inside here after everything was over. A grenade-type looking device. It was not determined if it was an explosive device. Second witness came up to the stand, and again, one of the lead detectives talks about what he did on the stand, and then it goes through all of this, and as this unfolds, we learn that apparently he has identified himself as non-binary. He's non-binary. He has a thing apparently against the LGBT community, which is sort of weird. And now there's other additional evidence that he may have been a neo-Nazi, a non-binary LGBTQ plus hating neo-Nazi is apparently what he is. All kinds of strangeness with this, but it's moving forward as we see here from the court docket. Most recently, there was supposed to be a hearing today, I believe it was today. But as you can see here on the 19th and the 22nd, there were motions to continue the arraignment. He was supposed to be arraigned, and that's where you appear before the judge and you no, you're guilty. You plead guilty, no guilty, or you remain silent, or you stand moot, as they say. But this motion was unopposed. It was accepted, and the arraignment has been postponed. Following that, there was a request for a court order permitting Mr. Aldrich to wear civilian clothes at his arraignment. So take that for what it's worth. But if we look at the arraignment, it's kind of the motion to continue or postpone the arraignment. This is the people's unopposed motion. They've already filed the motion. This is the response from the prosecution. The people seek leave of this court to postpone the currently scheduled arraignment in the above captioned case from May 30th, 2022 to a time of the court's next soonest evidence as grounds. Therefore, the people would note that in light of the substantive legal issues raised at the last court appearance, both sides would benefit from a brief additional set-over. So this is both sides agreeing to postpone this a little bit. The people have been in contact with the victims in this case, and although there is certainly a near unanimous sentiment for the most expedient determination of case-related issues, the necessity of this brief delay is generally understood. Wherefore, the people respectfully request this court to continue the arraignment for a brief time, not to exceed 30 days, if within the power of the court. Okay, I do have to correct myself there. This was the people's motion. The state made this motion, and it was not objected to by the defense. And the court said, I certify on the 19th of May 2023, a true and copy of the people's unopposed motion was served via Colorado courts. So everything was served. And then at the end of the day, the judge postponed this to June 26th. So the arraignment will take place on June 26th as the matter stands now. So stay tuned. That's almost 1 month from now.